Hello, I'm Professor Spice, and with association with Chorley Council and the event A Taste of Chorley, I'm going to be making a chicken curry from scratch with pilau rice and cucumber and coriander raita. The ingredients that you're going to need are going to be on the screen now. So first, we need a teaspoonful of ghee or butter. I'm using ghee. I'm going to get the heat on under that, and then I'm going to slice one large onion and 2 red chilies. So I've chopped the onions into 1 centimetre pieces and I've sliced the red chilies. The butter, or as I've used ghee, has warmed up. If you are using butter, just put a little splash of cooking oil in there and it'll stop it burning. So I'm going to add the onions and the chilies into the pan now, and we're going to cook them through for a few minutes. I want to cook them nice and steady, cook them through before we start adding the other ingredients. Okay, the onions have been cooking for a couple of minutes now. They're nicely browned. So I'm going to add the garlic puree, 1 table of garlic puree, and half a table of ginger puree. I'm going to cook that through just for another couple of minutes. We'll put the lid on to keep it cooking. Okay, let's just give that a turn over. Yep. Ah, it smells amazing. I'm going to add a tablespoon of white vinegar. Now the onions and the garlic and ginger looking nicely brown there. I wish you could smell this because it smells absolutely amazing. I'm now going to add 700 grams of chicken breast into the pan. I'm going to stir this in. Make sure it's all covering the base of the pan nicely. And I'm going to put the lid on, and after a minute just turn the heat down and let that cook through for about 5 minutes. While the chicken is cooking away, we can mix the spice blend to make up our flavoursome curry. So I'm going to put the ingredients on the screen now. And here we have 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, a teaspoon of ground coriander, a teaspoon of salt. I have used Himalayan pink salt, but any salt is fine. Half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of fenugreek, half a teaspoon of mixed spice, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. Of course, you can add more or less to your own desire. So with these spices, you put them in a mixing bowl, and if you add 4 tablespoons of water, what we're going to do, we're going to mix them into a paste. Okay, and then we're going to add the spice blend into the pan. Stir this through. And as soon as them spices hit that heat, you know you are making a very tasty curry. The aroma now in the kitchen is absolutely amazing. Just turn this through. Right, we'll put the lid back on and let that simmer for a little bit longer. Okay, that's cooking away nicely. We can now add a tin of chopped tomatoes. Let's stir this through. And while this is simmering away, we can get on with the pilau rice. For the pilau rice, I have weighed out 300 grams of basmati, so we'll pop that in the pan, and then a spice blend, a teaspoonful of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but any salt will do. A teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 star anise, and a little bit of a cinnamon stick. So we add that in. And then my kettle has just boiled. Get the heat underneath. And then we're going to stir that through. Put about 1 litre of water in. And we're going to stir that through. And then when that comes to the boil, we're going to set a timer for 7.5 minutes. Okay, the water in the rice has come to a boil, so give it a stir. And on a timer, 7 minutes 30. Okay, the curry's bubbling away nicely. I took the lid off now so that the steam can come out and that will reduce down a little bit. The rice is bubbling away nicely. We've got the timer on for 7.5 minutes. While they're cooking, it's time to make the cucumber, garlic and coriander raita. So, you need about a 5 centimetre piece of cucumber, and what we're going to do is grate it. Coriander, just nicely chop it through. Always nice to have it still a bit to it. You don't need to finely chop it through. And then we'll add this into our mixing bowl. The cucumber and the coriander, we'll put 1 teaspoon of garlic puree and 4 tablespoons of natural yogurt. And then give that a good mixing together. Right, we can put that to one side, ready for serving. There we go. So, get the rice, give it a quick stir, turn off the heat. Into a sieve. And what I'm going to do is get the kettle with boiling water, just rinse the pan. Any of the rest of the rice is still in there. Then rinse the rice with a kettle full of boiling water. Okay, and it can drain well. And what we're going to do, put the sieve back in the pan, let it drain, but that'll keep it hot until we finish off the curry. As you can see now, that's been bubbling away and thickening nicely. We just need to chop some fresh coriander to add into the curry, and then it's time to serve up. Okay, so all we need to do now is just chop up a bit of fresh coriander. I have to say the coriander must be one of my favourite herbs. The aromas that it gives off is absolutely superb. So I'll just very quickly chop it up, nothing too fine, and then we'll add this to the curry, stir it through. There you go, you can see how that is thickening up now. Oh, it just smells amazing. Absolutely fantastic. With these sorts of smell, and that coriander there, the aroma that gives off just as it touches a little bit of heat. As we've stirred that through now, we can turn off the heat while we get the plates out, ready to serve. Time to serve up. The rice is drained nicely. That lovely, fluffy basmati. Okay, so let's serve this for, the recipe makes enough for 4 people. Oh, that rice just smells amazing. You can really smell the cumin that's in there and the cinnamon. And that turmeric just brings that lovely colour to the rice. And now that curry is proper thickened up. Chicken's cooked nicely through. And then just on the side, we've got our cucumber and coriander raita. And just save a little piece of coriander just on the top, just to garnish and give it that finishing touch. So there you go. Very straightforward chicken curry from scratch with pilau rice, cucumber, garlic and coriander raita. I've been Professor Spice. This has been made in association with Chorley Council for A Taste of Chorley, which sadly hasn't happened in actual person, and we're doing it on video this year. I hope that you're all going to try this. Please follow Professor Spice on Facebook, Instagram and on YouTube for many more videos. Now, this is the best bit. It's time to get tucked in. Oh my word, this is going to put a smile on your face and your family's face. That is one tasty curry. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.